Would you forgive if your boyfriend or girlfriend hit it and hit it and hit it and hit it? Would you forgive them? What's up, guys? My name is Akasan, and this is a little segment here that I've been wanting to talk to you about for quite some time. Boner. So, a while back, a friend of mine was actually engaged to this person and such. She was gonna quit her job, stop being an OL, office lady and such here in Japan, stop being an office lady and get married and such, and it was gonna be a lovey-dovey thing, and she was freaking hot. Very hot. But regardless of that, she was gonna go ahead and quit her job and become a housewife. It was gonna be a dream come true for everything. But then the sort of inevitable happened. She was cheated on several times, actually. Or at least found out she was cheated on right before the wedding. So, as any sort of normal sort of person would do, she broke up with him, and that was that. She came back to her job, and that was that. So, I got to talking with one of the secretaries in my office about this particular situation, and it wasn't the actual story that sort of surprised me. It was actually her reaction to the fact that my friend actually broke off the marriage and such. She quit and everything. She just had this weird look of like, What, wait, so there's no marriage? Wait, there's no marriage? Like that. It's very weird, right? So then it got me sort of kind of freaked out. I was like, wait a second. Of course there wouldn't be a marriage. The dude cheated on her. That's that, right? Well, come to find out, this inspired a very interesting thought process and thought train throughout the rest of the day, because come to find out, it was very normal for her to just go ahead and, if her boyfriend did something like this, she would forgive him. And I started thinking to myself, this has to be kind of an isolated incident, right? There has to just be that. So, I was a little surprised, but I went ahead and asked one of my first students. My student, very beautiful, middle-aged or so, has been with her boyfriend for about 15 years or so. And guess what? She said the same thing. If her boyfriend had a situation, a one-night love with some other girl, she would forgive him. She would take him back. She would still get married because they plan to get married in the future, right? Very, very interesting. So, I asked another one of my students the next class, another woman, same situation. She would forgive her boyfriend as well. I was losing my mind. So then, I asked one more student, and this one was pretty young. Yeah, she would forgive him as well. What is going on in this particular world? Is it just a Japanese thing? Is it something just to do with women? I couldn't understand this situation. But this first student that I was interviewing sort of during her own class time, I asked her more to give me more sort of details, and this is what she basically told me. She has been with her boyfriend for over 15 years. She has known him almost over half of her life here. The time they spent together is more insurmountable than this insignificant little length of time that her boyfriend would have had with this other person. Okay, does that sort of make sense here? So this amount of time is their relationship, but just one night, 1 week, 2 weeks or something, it's this much. So she values more of that time and investment that she's taken with this man to sort of overlook and forgive this temporary screw-up situation. Okay. Now, obviously, anybody planning to come to Japan anytime soon, this is probably one of the greatest pieces of news you've ever heard from women, right? I see this. I can see this and I can understand this, why Japanese women think this way. But what was very interesting about this was my follow-up question. What if it was on the other side? If you had an affair with a guy and then your husband or husband-to-be finds out about it, do you think they would forgive you? And most of the times, the answer was no. Very interesting. I mean, Japan has a particular culture, I think, where the women are sort of accepted into the servitorial society. I don't even know if that's a word, but sort of they're always looking to take care. They're caregivers here. So they can kind of overlook the sort of things that men do. It's a very interesting trait because I told him in these classes I was teaching, I explained to him from where I'm from, especially in America, that's 50% right there, you know? That's divorce right there. That's a done deal. Unless you have a lot of money.
And I'm so sorry for having to put you through this and having to put our family through this. You know, I'm a human being. I'm a man just like everybody else.
So I suppose, Red Nation, my question to you is this. What do you think about this particular situation? Are you surprised? Would you go ahead and forgive your person if they cheated on you? Depending upon the situation, if it was a one-night thing, short time, depends on the length. I want to know what you guys have to say about this. Chime in below. Red Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know what you guys think below. I personally, I don't think I could ever do something like that. I do have a particular code of honor that I live by, so even if I am tempted, and believe me, there are a lot of temptations. Even if I'm tempted, I just generally would break up with my girlfriend before I would even try to pursue something like that. That's just my particular thing. I'm a Ned Stark of the world here. But I can kind of understand where other people are a little more lenient with that. And I am going to be completely honest with you guys. This reveal leaves me to be a little more interested and makes me a little more comfortable, I suppose. Like, if I ever was in some drunken sex fest, I know my girl would be at home waiting for me still and be forgiving me. She might be mad, but I will be forgiven. And just to leave you with a little parting of sweet sorrow with this little story. You remember that first student that I interviewed, that one student with the longtime boyfriend of 15 years or so? Well, this class that happened in Christmas. And then when I met back up with the student in New Year's, well, that lovely relationship of 15 years, they broke up anyways. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that little segment there. I'm looking forward to doing some more stuff. Make sure you smash that like button down below. And make sure you subscribe if you want some more of these little Akasan editorials here. Something came out of my mouth here. Okay, we're done. I'm out.